Hi YouTube, we're back with a new video, and this video is going to be all about fashion psychology and how it's super different than what stylists do or what image consultants do for their clients, and how the results are also drastically different with both of these. So, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but your clothes are talking. Not just yours, mine are too. And they're actually saying a lot in this visual society that we live in. And what's actually really nice about clothing and your fashion sense or style is that it's something that's in your control and it's part of your behavior. And what you choose to wear is actually a choice, whether you're aware that you're making these choices or not. It's a choice and it has a huge impact on you and on others, and it influences your life in ways that you might not even be aware of. So, do you ever just wake up in the morning and you're feeling kind of anxious and not really ready for the day ahead, or you just feel down or drained energetically, or anything like that, and you go through the whole I don't know what to wear, what am I gonna do, etc., etc. I've actually had many clients who went through this dilemma, and the thing is, this is exactly where fashion psychology can help you take control from the beginning of your day. So you stop, you notice that, okay, this is how I'm feeling, and what am I going to do about it right now? What am I going to wear? How am I going to present myself? How am I going to switch this up right here, right now, so I can start off and continue my day in a different note? You can always reach out for your comfortable sweatpants and, slouch around for the rest of the day because you woke up feeling like you're a bit down. But you wake up and you're just not feeling it, this is the perfect moment to use something called mood enhancement dress. So everyone's going through something, and whether it's a struggle of some sort, feelings of discomfort, feelings of being discontent at something, negative emotions, issues that they're dealing with, everyone has some sort of something that they're dealing with. But the truth is, you still have to show up in the world. It's something that we all have to do. We're gonna get up and we're gonna show ourselves. We're gonna show up at work, with your friends, at gatherings. And not only do you have to show up, but you also have to look presentable. So, this is where learning how to use fashion psychology to your advantage and to align it with your ultimate goals or your ultimate desires or manifestations is a very powerful tool for you and for everyone. And your clothes are actually a choice. So you choose how to show yourself in the world, how others are going to perceive you, how you're going to be perceiving yourself at this moment in time, regardless of whatever it is that you're going through. And that actually plays a huge role in where you go to next in your life. So you can think of what you wear every day as an amplifier to something that already is on the inside of you. So let's say that you're someone that always has this need to stay comfortable or always needs to feel like they're safe or in a comfortable environment or anything like that. And these kinds of people are always going to look for clothing that resemble comfort. So it could be sweatpants or certain colors that they perceive as comfortable. It could be just like baggy clothes, whatever it is, but they're choosing to focus on being someone who's comfortable. And so the clothes they choose are gonna align perfectly with that. And let's say on the other hand, you choose glamour or something that grabs everyone's attention, like that red dress in your closet with like a pair of heels. And that's amplifying the glamorous parts of you that you want to show yourself and the world. So, in that way, you're actually choosing what to focus on with this one small element of what you're doing every day, which is getting dressed. So, what you wear has a huge impact on how you feel, and that's really powerful because that can shape your day to day life. This is an area where not only do you have full control, but you also have full power. You can decide to shift the way you feel on a daily basis, and the way you feel is what ultimately will either lead to your manifestations or goal achievement or your growth, self development, because it's the good feelings and feeling good that puts you in the receiving mode to whatever it is that you're desiring in life. So try it. If you ever wake up one day and you're just feeling so down and you're just reaching out for your favorite pair of sweats and that comfortable outfit that you always go to, try wearing like a pop of color or a leopard print. Obviously, it's not an issue if you wake up and you're not in the mood and you wanna wear those comfy clothes or those sweatpants. And that's actually what they call mood illustration dress. So it's when you're wearing something that matches your current feeling or mood, and that's perfectly normal. But let's say you have an important meeting on that day, and it's really important that you kill it, or you're pitching your business idea, or you're just doing something that really requires you to be uplifted and in a good mood. So, reaching out for something that's empowering and uplifting and something that's going to make you feel better is super important on those days. And knowing this kind of information and knowing how to use it can actually impact your mental well being and your life in a very positive way. So, mood enhancement dress is when you're dressing to feel better, and mood illustration dress is when you're dressing to match the mood that you're in. And sometimes you can pick an outfit that just blends in both. So it could level up your mood, but also maintain it. It's like a game. Okay, so it's not like a game, it's actually a game. So, and to continue this game, not only is this going to change you and your mood, there's other people involved in this game, and these people are the ones that are perceiving you, the people around you, or the people that you're going to encounter on that day. Those are playing this game with you because they're going to be looking at you and they're going to be making impressions and judgments, and they're going to start treating you a certain way because of the way you're showing up or because of the way you're dressing on that day. So your clothing and the way you're presenting yourself in the world is connected to your emotions. And not only that, it also plays a huge role in another dynamic at play, which is the one between you and other people. So other people in this scenario are your perceivers, and those people are actually catching signals from you based on what you're wearing. So you're sending signals to them, and they're interpreting you based on these signals. And this is something that's always happening because the brain is super visual. So the brain actually processes images 60,000 times faster than text, and 90% of the information transmitted to the brain is visual. So what I wear sends signals to you, and what you wear sends signals to me. And then we interact with each other based on this information that we just interpreted about one another. And the silent dialogue happens before anyone says a word. If you show up intentionally knowing what kind of messages you're signaling to others and to yourself, and this silent language that's going on, then this is all going to work out for your favor. We're all putting ourselves on display 24/7, every single day. We're all reading each other, signaling. I'm going to give you like this example. Do you ever feel like you just met someone and you're just getting to know them? Like you just started the conversation, you're talking, so you ask them, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I'm a lawyer. And you just look at them and you're like, yeah, I thought you'd be a lawyer. You look like a lawyer. And so, do you understand the connection? Like, you're doing this with everyone, and everyone's doing that with you. You look like a something. So, take control of that. Take control of the something that you look like, because that's also going to change a lot of things. It's going to change a lot in your life. When people see you, and based on how you're presenting yourself or what you're wearing or how you look, they're asking themselves so many questions like, who is this person? What do they do? Where did they buy that from? What are they like? Where do they come from? Why are they dressed like that? Stuff like that. Like, people are constantly asking themselves questions about you without even knowing you, just based on the way you look. So when you understand that the way you look is creating an entire perception in people's minds, an entire story about you, this is where your power is. Take control of that perception that's being driven based on how you look. Basically, what I wanted you to get out of this video is that fashion drives perception, and that's also something that you can take control of and use to your advantage. If I see a police officer walking on the streets and he's dressed in his uniform, I automatically know that I need to speak to him in a certain tone and that he holds a certain position with what he does. And that would probably shift the entire dialogue if I was to have one with him because of the uniform that he has on and what it represents. And so our clothes is exactly that. It's a uniform that you put on to tell people who you are and how to speak to you, what position they should put you in mentally, and this is all happening on a very subconscious level. There was a study published in the journal Psychological Science, and it revealed that we determine someone's attractiveness, likability, competence, and aggression within 100 milliseconds of seeing them. That's all it takes. 100 milliseconds of seeing someone, and there you have it. We literally are what we're dressed as. Now imagine how much you can change about who you are just by changing the way you dress. But that's not today's topic. This is another video's topic. But literally, in society, we are what we're dressed as. So if you're in a police uniform, you're automatically viewed as someone in a position of power and as someone that people need to hold respect when they're speaking to. If you're dressed in scrubs, then you're automatically a doctor, and so on and so forth. If you're in head to toe Lululemon, then people know that you're into wellness and like probably Pilates and eating healthy and that kind of lifestyle. And not only that, we're almost 100% convinced that those first impressions that we make are spot on. And you only get one shot at making that first impression, so you better make it a good one. And this is ultimately the difference between fashion psychology and styling and image consultancy. So, with fashion psychology, the concern is that you're choosing clothing that makes you feel better, based on, of course, the knowledge of what that means, what colors, what styles, the fabrics, the cuts, the textures, and all the other aspects of fashion. But the goal is to feel better. With styling and image consultancy and like personal shoppers, the goal is to get you wearing the latest trends or what's on the runway and stuff like that. So basically, you're dressing in a way that they think is going to make you look good. With with fashion psychology, you're going to look good, but you're also going to feel good. Fashion psychology can ultimately change your life as well. Fashion psychology is also all about self-expression, empowerment, and self-exploration, whereas styling and those is all about just the way you look on the outside. And there's obviously no right or wrong. They're both great. So if you're just looking to improve your image, then you know where to go. If you're looking to improve your life, then you also know where to go.